Sniper.
Ooh,
Okay, so they are gonna try to side lane TA. Putting it against perhaps Abaddon?
Maybe. Are they going to leave a solo in the safe lane? Or is she going to have to support?
No, I don't know if you can do that, but maybe they've seen the secret game. I'm talking about where they went aggro with TA.
Yeah.
They're gonna do like some ogre-less TA lane. Which is not the best, but it's still okay, you know. Just because there's a Husker mid, you kinda have to do something like that.
Yeah, I think you might be right, and Nick's immediately picking the sniper definitely confirms our suspicions about it being a mid sniper. So it's going to be an exciting one here as HellRaisers throwing the draft out the window a little bit and trying something probably pretty new for them. Definitely pretty new for us. Something I'm excited to see how it works out for them. Meanwhile, Team Spirit have forced HellRaisers into a really, really bad position here, I think.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, the strength of Husker though is the fact that he's mid and he usually lane drastically because he's in a good matchup. But what happens if Husker is in a bad matchup? The hero is pretty underwhelming. So I think it's comes a lot down to whether or not the sniper can win his lane mid and pressure this Husker. Because the aggro trial lane, which should come out, they should just keep it like that. Aggro with TA and leave the Centaur safe lane. If they do that, then I think they have a good shot of potentially coming out of laning phase with a lead. And then, as mid game hits, it doesn't matter that Tia has been side laning. If she starts farming and getting her Desolator timing, she will be the same hero.
Yeah, it's all about just
making
it through
later on in the game. TA is pretty good with Husker actually, because you kind of burst through.
Get its damage down, get its health down nice and quickly before that health regen can really come into play. Let's see what HellRaisers can do here, but definitely Team Spirit on the aggressive side of this draft, and HellRaisers going to be looking to find the answers to what they've been putting down. Can they do it? Well, let's find out as we get into game number 4 in this best of 5 series. Is it going to go all the way to game number 5, or will HellRaisers be able to tie it up nice and neatly and make their way over to the minor? We're going to find out. And immediately starting off with the pause. It's giving me some nice nostalgia, all this pausing the moment the game starts, I used to go through this every single game. Hasn't been common for a little while, but with the Sven disconnecting, I'm sure we're just waiting for him to get back into it. Yeah, so TA starting with... It's always weird to just see a TA's inventory and see a 6 tangos, not shared.
Yeah.
Crazy. So, do you still go for the same build when you're playing in an aggressive trial lane? Just go for the... side blades, just so that you can kind of harass people, or would you go for the refraction?
I mean, I guess it depends what you're up against. Like, if you end up playing against... They might actually be doing safe lane TA here, by the looks of it. And they're once again going up against trial lanes. I don't like this that much. This Centaur has boots of speed. Like, what am I watching?
You're watching CIS Dota, my friend.
Oh my, it's very, very questionable.
Oh, what's wrong with Centaur with boots of speed then?
Well, I mean, he's gonna play against this guy at Abaddon who has like more regen on him. He has this built-in mechanism that gives him, like with the shield, that gives him more regen, and like the Orb of Venom, he's just gonna get crushed. And even if you were against Sven plus CM or Sven plus Chen, it was, I don't know, I'm not a fan. I just think we would benefit a lot more from just buying more regen and this Ring of Protection, to go for Buckler and then just skill Retaliate like normal Centaurs do. Just sit in the lane.
Well,
now potentially he might have a game that's like totally awful. But we'll see what his plan is here. He's now running top as well, because they see the aggro trial lane, I guess.
Yeah, Maposhi's going to see a couple of heroes. Not really that interested, as... HellRaisers with this big turnaround here, though, have actually let almost all the bounty runes go. Luckily for them, this one river was left waiting, so Elmo could grab that last bounty rune. Gave them at least 1, but 3 for Team Spirit. Always feels pretty nice, and yeah, bow. Maybe this is why I bought the boots, so he could run up to top lane easier. But he's here now.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess he does have a courier to fly out more regen nowadays. Might just work out for him.
Maybe, maybe. Well, Team Spirit, 3 heroes up here in the top lane, and HellRaisers going to try and adjust accordingly and bring their TA down to bottom to lane up versus Ghostic with 2 more heroes. So it will eventually be that aggressive tri lane as expected, but Ghostic is able to secure the range creep here. Let's see if they actually go for a kill though. Sayu and Poshka both coming out. They've got the split earth, they've got the damage. Meanwhile, Elmo, did he miss the meld strike? I wasn't too sure, I didn't quite see it, but Ghostic still getting beaten down all the same, and there's the final hit coming in from Elmo, and that's going to be a first blood. So they do make it work, at least for now.
You know, it's kind of fun that the way they set to lane, HellRaisers, was I think really bad for them. But the fact that they saw Spirit going aggro made them swap their lanes around, which means now they have the right lane setup that they like, that we originally talked about with the aggro lane with TA.
The gods of Dota smile in their favor. Meanwhile, over towards its mid lane, it's going to be Sniper versus the Huskar, which is generally. I mean, nothing really beats a Huskar, but the Sniper's just going to exist here and annoy him and not be killable, hopefully, unless anything really bad happens. But
I don't think Huskar feels good if he can't use his burning spears onto the enemy hero all the time, you know, because his base damage is pretty low, so he will get outlasted. Well, he just got 2 denies, but you know, in theory, he will get outlasted as he progresses.
So I'd like to introduce you something called the Caster's Curse. You might be familiar with it.
Yeah. Abaddon? Is he gonna go down again here?
Oh dear, like I think he might be, yeah. I mean, Immersion's doing the best he can to try and hold them back here, but they're chasing down pretty far into the tower, though they've just changed targets. They're gonna get Immersion instead, and no, Immersion's gonna swipe. Oh, Sayu, nice stun from the sidelines. One more right click, does find it, and that is gonna be the Crystal Maiden sinking. Alright, not bad, not bad. Sayu turning that one a little bit. Both of them survived. Maybe he would have been a little bit worried, but Sayu gets a nice little split earth from the tree line.
Looks like you also had your question answered. Like, do you go refraction or do you go Psyblades? You just go melt.
Yeah.
With your double stun lane and you just melt people.
Just meld them. Lol. Easy peasy. Alright, HellRaisers, doing better than we could have hoped, I guess, in this bottom lane, starting off with 2 kills. Meanwhile, up at top, Bao trying to do as best he can up here just against the heroes. He's struggling a little bit, down in 3-0 on the old CS chart, which sucks, but there you go. He'll eventually be able to come back. He also managed to got 13 retaliate charges, so has some damage if you want to go jungle or something like that, maybe. Meanwhile, Huskar dropping kind of low in the middle lane, but that's kind of just what Huskars do, I guess.
Yeah.
No such thing as a healthy Huskar.
I mean, so TA is gonna free farm, kind of. But Sven, the difference mainly is that Sven's gonna have complete free farm. Nobody's even touching, so he's gonna get a lot of deny gold as well. Whereas TA is like kind of forced to keep hitting this Abaddon and go for kills and stuff, so he will miss a certain amount of CS.
Yeah, and who farms quicker with a safe lane start, the TA or the Sven? Still TA, right? Oh, hold the phone here as they manage to catch out Abaddon a little bit. They've managed to get the juice stuns out on Timmy. Will throw down the shield, but they're going to keep on chasing. A couple more right clicks will be needed. Doesn't want to come under tap. Oh, and never mind. Sayu still, once again, getting the final right click off and securing the kill onto Ghostic. And they might turn this one around. They've got the split earth. Does land it. Elmo's in range, but again, messing up that Meld Strike a little bit there, which might allow Merchant. No, never mind. They're not going to survive. The Club of Ogre takes her down, squishing that CM. Another kill in the bottom lane. That's now 4th entirely on this bottom lane. Nothing has happened in any other lane except for bot. It's just 4 kills for HellRaisers.
Yeah. No, they definitely need to be careful. They don't feed away too many kills here. One thing that Bao has done well is to not die at all. Even though he's not quite touching creeps, now he's actually doing a really good job, like having heroes chase him around. But like, sure, you're not gonna get that much, but if you then also die, it becomes really bad suddenly. But yeah, let's see here.
He's managed to get all these creeps back under his tier 2, which is pretty nice for him, honestly. Meanwhile, Urgon's actually in the jungle a little bit, just trying to find some efficiency, get some farm. Get a little bit of an edge on the sniper, perhaps, by just trying to play the jungle as well. But look at Nyx. This is quite creative here, actually. Just using his shrapnel on this camp over here to... I'm not sure if he was stacking it. I think he has done. And that's really efficient.
Yeah.
I like that.
Pretty cool. For sure. But he's actually kind of dominating this lane. And this is kind of the issue with this Huskar, I guess, if you're willing to swap up TA side lane. Is that... Yeah, Huskar's gonna go jungle and get some farm too, but... this is a completely free-form sniper, and he has 18 denies already.
Yeah, he's having a pretty good time of it. I mean,
And it's a pretty good sniper
bad,
game.
Yeah.
Actually, they have no way of connecting to him except for Sven, which like normally Sven's that they don't go blink anymore. They go axe, and it's like way later, third, fourth item even. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's might end up being a problem for them. The sniper. They also have a lot of frontliners in like Ogre, TA, Centaur, right? So it's a lot of room to play it.
Meanwhile, CM holds down the middle lane whilst the Huskar goes on farm, but Immersion really cannot risk coming too far forward in this matchup because these shrapnel charges are going to be a bit of a threat. But still, happy to just sit back, absorb some XP, get a little bit of gold. You know how it be.
Yeah. And as Sven starts to max out his cleave as well, he's gonna push in the wave for this Centaur. And if he plays it well, he can maybe get a lot here the next few minutes. He needs to be careful he doesn't just feed, but if not, then he'll start catching up very quickly.
Yeah, spontaneous acts of feeding and never really good. So what's Ergon's plan this game then? He's got the armlet queued up. Is it going to be armlet and go time, or is this going to be more of a farming Huskar, play with your team and play a bit more of a normal hero basically?
I think for Spirit they look to get that armlet going, obviously. Try to get Roshan as soon as with the Abaddon Chen together. And that's gonna be, you know, maybe not that easy versus Shrapnel, but yeah, I think that's what they need to try to do. And then try to hit the timing afterwards, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm not sure what kind of build Sven goes for. Okay, he has Mask of Madness now, so that usually indicates he's gonna go BKB and like SNY type of stuff, and like run in.
Run at heroes.
More, maybe not blink. I think the Echo Saber build is more towards blink, because then you just blink and you know you get that double hit going.
Yeah, yeah. But it also doesn't really imply Aghanims, because I don't feel like you want Mask of Madness and Ags, right?
I mean, I think Aghanims. Yeah, you're probably right, but I think Aghanims is like a item, so he could still go for it later on, when Mom is more like a fighting earlier on. Like you don't want to have Mask of Madness at like 40 minutes anyways on Sven.
Yeah, that's true. He's going to try and farm it. It does seem like a bit of a farmathon right now. Both teams are trying to get as much gold under their belt as possible. As I say, only 4 kills so far. And that was all in the laning phase in the first kind of 5 minutes.
Look at the ancient stack though for TA. It really feels like HellRaisers have gotten very composed in this series and are actually doing a very good job of just making the correct moves and like being calm. Because this TA is gonna have very free farm now. They can't really contest. He's gonna have a big stack waiting for him. Sniper is farming well. Yeah, I mean Huskar is kind of doing the same, but it's not as effective and it doesn't have as strong of a timing as TA, I feel. The thing that's going for Spirit though is that Abaddon is going to be hard to take down now, and he's going to protect his tower. I think Spirit should try to look to take top tower with the Chen and the Sven, because Sven is very strong right now. Try to go kill the Centaur and then take down the tower. But it looks like Chen has other plans in terms of stacking, and yeah, trying to just play the farming game. Look at the HellRaisers top, they're setting up for some kind of play onto the Sven and the CM to get the outpost as well. I like this play a lot. This is very nice.
Yeah, up the top lane fight breaking out. Immersion!
Like
oh, he's gonna go down.
Winning, actually.
Yeah, LTW gonna drop as well.
And they got both outposts. They know that TA bottom is kind of like they've been playing bottom the entire game, and TA is like impossible to flush out of this lane, so they just all TP top, and yeah, this was very game winning. Also kind of what I said, like how they just seem to be very calm and playing really well. today, HellRaisers. Apart from that one game where they just got stomped, they've been doing really well.
I was gonna say, don't forget game 2, but yeah, other than that, it's been pretty tight from them. We are concerned about them, you know, backing out a little bit too early and maybe playing too passive. Pretty much gone for the past 2 games, I'd say.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you say, Elmo, you know, he got through the laning phase. He was a great impact in that bottom lane. The unconventional meld first level seemed to work out great for them, and now he's just going to farm jungle and be basically a normal TA. And now you've got a TA who's farmed, a sniper who's farmed, Huskar who isn't farmed.
His special timing is pretty much the same as oh wait.
Yeah, we just watched
Side tower, so that's fine. Well worth it.
I think he was actually sitting in this little spot in the trees we can get it from.
Yeah.
Like just here. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, easy tower, easy life.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Midas on sniper as well. He also got the ironwood tree. So even though he goes for Midas, he still has a lot of stats actually.
Well, yeah, I mean, triple Wraith Band, Ironwood Tree as well. Yeah, this guy's not too bad. 1,200 HP on a sniper is pretty okay.
Look at Tuskat's up completely alone. I'm not sure what he's doing here.
Yeah, this
Simply
is
just gonna
some
feed here.
nice chain disables coming out. And down he goes. Ergon just randomly dies in the top lane. It really far out. They didn't have the vision. They didn't have anything to ensure that Huskar's safety. Good night, sir.
Okay, there is a Blink Dagger up on Sven now. Blink and Mom. It's a lot of gold invested into actually not being that strong. He's going BKB next. Yeah, I don't know. He's just gonna get one shot by his TA.
Now that I'd like to see. Yeah, not quite literally, but this TA is gonna turn him a new one for sure.
And
no
you also see that on the Centaur now. He's actually really well. He almost has a pipe finished with phase boots and an Ocean Heart.
Where did this even come from? I mean, I haven't been looking at Bao for like half the game, but all of a sudden he just rocks up despite being chased around the jungle doing nothing.
He just took it chill, you know, just try to catch up. He only has 62 CS compared to everyone else who has like very high CS, but he hasn't died yet, which is pretty important. And then they also got a tower, and he's participated in a kill. 3 kills actually, but the fact that he didn't die yet is a big thing.
It is a fairly big deal, and they're TPing in to try and defend this one, Team Spirit, so... But there's not actually that much of a push coming in. It's just going to be Centaur, but now with the God Strength pop, they will be able to bring the Centaur down with relative ease. A little bit sticking around.
Right there.
Yeah, again. Well, he doesn't quite have that pipe finished off. Are they heading towards Roshan? I mean, they have a Huskar, but no, they're not. They want mid tower instead. Ping's coming out. A resolute ping. But also a ping for the Ogre Magi saying, guys, we can defend this one. Let's get in here. And Poshka from behind the tower. Gonna at least bloodlust it up. Try and do something, but no, the tower's dead. This one's over, guys. Team Spirit, they get a nice kill at mid, turn it into a tower. You know, things not going terribly for them. Definitely could be going better.
They got bot time trade though. That's right. And they saw the blink on Sven as well. So I wouldn't feel too bad if I was HellRaisers. I still know that I have my sniper, which is the highest net worth in the game. They don't know that, of course, but they definitely know that he's very farmed. And there's no real answer for him in this game. Especially because even if Sven does go for this Blink Dagger build, they still have this Centaur to kind of disconnect him. Unless he gets blown up immediately, which is, I mean, not impossible, but kind of unlikely. Look at Sven here, maybe getting caught.
Oh, they're looking. They're just eyeing him up. Look at these weirdos from the tree lines, staring at him, watching him farm. And they need to cancel his blink, and Abaddon just walks in from behind, pops Yoga's smoke, and he's like, well, I gotta get out of here. And Abaddon's like, wait, what the hell? Do I run? Do I attack him? I don't really know. I'm just gonna go and farm something. And everybody just goes back to what they were doing. Bounty runes held by the HellRaisers, an outpost controlled by each. And that's about it.
Yeah, they couldn't really get in on him there actually, just primarily because he had that Blink Dagger. Ogre was positioned to try to wrap on him, but Oh, side sniper.
Here's the sniper. He's going to be the target right now. Can they actually bring him down before the rest of his team get here, though? I'm not sure they can with the shrapnel down as well. Ghostic, though, going to help out, get the vision, and they will be able to get a kill. Immersion actually finds it there, just grabbing him with a Crystal Nova. A level 1 Crystal Nova, nevertheless, but at the end of the day, it's still a sniper. And he does die under the tower, so Team Spirit reading that one pretty nicely.
What you doing there, mate? Like,
True.
next to you, that's going to be Roche. I mean... I think they have the better draft, but they can easily lose this game if they do this type of feats next to an objective.
Yeah, you when your team gets spotted in the jungle, it's never a good idea to be in your own jungle, but there you go. Lessons learned, hopefully, as this double damage is being left, I guess, for the Sven. No, Ergon does come back and take it. There you go. And a Grove Bow for the Huskar. Again, another really nice hero to have this item on. The damage amplification works beautifully with Burning Spears, which are, of course, magical damage.
Now this is actually where the Radiant line comes to shine, right, a bit, because they have this 5-man with Aegis. Like we talked about before, this was kind of the timing that Spirit were looking for, and Sniper kind of just gave it to them by dying there. And now when they start 5-manning with Vlad, Gen Aura, and with this Aegis, are they actually going to be able to stop them? Yes, they have this Sniper, but Sven does have Blink Dagger, so he can... He can't be too upfront with the Sniper. He needs to be careful he doesn't just get jumped by Sven. So yeah, now it's kind of a tricky game for HellRaisers. Their towers are gonna fall. They're not gonna be interested in taking fight right now.
Yeah. At the
How do
same
they
time,
even start a fight? They don't have any way to initiate. So the Centaur is way far away from Blink Dagger.
Yeah, that's true. They've got definitely issues on that front. You're going to be waiting for Team Spirit to come to you, I guess, at this stage. But I think they're happy to do that, though. I mean, they've got the sniper, so their high ground defense is always going to be very good when we look towards, you know, the extreme future if things do start to go really wrong. But until then, I think it's just a method of while of farming up, and they throw a net towards the TA, which is kind of rude. Misha. Oh dear, he actually ended up losing a bunch of his creeps here. Just to that TA. Oh, there goes down,
like
usually
yes,
Frost
when
Mage.
you're facing this Aegis on a really strong core, you kind of just dodge and not take the fight. If they dive like crazy, you can take the fight, but for the most part, you want to try to rat and get decent trades up. Just you try to aim for your next timing, right? In this case, which is gonna be BKB on TA, some Blink Dagger on Centaur, some. Okay, the Sniper is also going for BKB. Looks like, so try to finish those items while anyways Spirit are gonna be stronger than you.
Farm and get that money. That's about all they can do right now, but they've got some time to work towards at least. Both the cores going for these BKBs, and then they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, so Team Spirit probably won't be able to keep on going around and taking these tier 2 towers once those BKBs are up, but it's a pretty long way into the future. TA, she's nearly there. Sniper, oh actually, he's nearly there as well. Never mind, they're both pretty far. They're both pretty close. TA just needs the recipe as a Sniper.
Leshrac gonna try to see if he can maybe cut a wave here, or Sniper Courier, not sure. Yeah, Casual Courier.
There you go.
Very
Grab
nice
that
for
boy.
him.
Get the wave as well.
Wave. Might even go for mid tower too, like why not?
Because of the Sven there is probably a good reason why not. And Sayu's on the
Yeah.
run right now. Uh-oh. Either way, he's probably made enough space with his death already. And actually, even popping the ultimate for it. He wants this Leshrac dead, and he'll get him. Oh my
a
god, good
BKB,
BKB. LTW, you crazy guy.
Yeah, I'll take that. For sure.
Was some
As a Leshrac.
value from his death, yeah. Okay. Well, meanwhile in mid, they're jumping onto Miposhka here. Egon loading the charge up onto Miposhka, and the Ogre Magi will fall. Not too much to be done there for poor old Ogre Magi, is just wandering around outside his base. Maybe not quite of as value of a death, but there you go.
TA has BKB now in 100 gold. Centaur also getting really close to Dagger. So they are kind of doing what I was talking about. In 1 minute, Aegis. HellRaisers have a very strong timing where they can actually smoke up and probably take a fight head on. And I'm not sure Spirit is going to be thinking that they're going to be that weak, right? And they might get surprised by the fact that, you know, all these item timings just coming together pretty well. That being said, though, the CM almost has Blink Dagger too, and he's also pretty strong in this game. 4 CM is kind of underrated in the sense that suddenly the CM ultimate starts becoming a real problem. The enemy team.
Yeah, with the clumsy net as well.
And stuff like that.
So a very fun item to have on the CM. Oh, it's actually, yeah, as you say, pick up a blink and grab the smoke and immediately go for something here. Unfortunately, Aegis is expiring in 20 seconds. I'm wondering if there's anything they can make happen before then, but probably not. Only if someone's immediately available, which they're not. So Aegis probably gonna drop.
Yeah, they might get a kill on some Ogre or some Leshrac here. Not too impactful. I mean, it's decent, but
yeah. And there goes your Leshrac once again. Got strength being popped by the Sven just to bring down Sayu nice and quickly. Stop him pulling anything crazy off where he runs around you with Pulse Nova and Diabolic Edict on and does a bunch of your health. And Team Spirit just kind of taking over the enemy jungle at this stage. And even keeping control of their own jungle with Mishra a little bit here as well. It's actually HellRaisers who are forced back into their base. Despite having these BKB pickups, without the Leshrac, they just really don't want to go for anything, but...
I mean, that's what happens when your hero dies, like, and the enemy team kind of moves across the map, is you can't really keep running, because you might just feed more. You can't take a fight, because your hero is dead. So, I mean, but this is the timing they've been waiting for. They have the BKBs, they have the Blink Daggers, you know, see if they can do something now.
Yep, smoke's up. They're ready to go. HellRaisers looking for an engagement. Team Spirit. Ghost Stick is quite far forward here. Not the hero they want to go on. They're going to smoke behind him. Look for something else.
He's going to break the TA. I don't know if you saw that. You should have seen that. I think they pinged it out.
No, that was... that was a Chen ping. That was a Misha ping.
Also, they see the TA farming now. So they have a good idea of what's going on.
Yep, a little bit of caution from HellRaisers there as well, as they choose not to continue chasing once that TA smoke gets popped. Showing respect to Team Spirit and realizing that they've probably worked out what's going on by now. But they do rest control of their own jungle once again. Areas to farm, areas to keep on working on the map from. Give them the base of operations, if you like. Meanwhile, Team Spirit, they're going to move down to the bottom side of the map and start claiming that area as their own. But Roshan is going to be on everyone's mind. It's coming up in 1 minute. Meanwhile, Sayu going to go take the outpost. Rune's going to be coming up in about 2 minutes' time. Wondering, do they actually fight? Yeah, Team Spirit, they want to go invade the other side of the map. Huskar's actually managed to pick himself up a Reaver.
Again, we see the mango tree, by the way, on Roshan. This time not so abusive.
Yeah.
But still, it's actually a very cool usage of the item.
Yeah, to scout out Roche is a very cool one indeed, utilizing the vision it gives you. And HellRaisers, they've actually all just gone back into base now. If they go on Sniper, it could be big, but they actually see the Crystal Maiden here and immediately jumping on top of him here. They've got the stomp, they've got the damage. Can they finish the job though? Hand of God, healing immersion right the way back up again. They're struggling. It's a CM, and they can't seem to bring her down. Finally, through the ultimate, they will get that kill. Meanwhile, Sven waits on the sidelines. He's got a God Strength and an ultimate and a BKB if he wants to use it. You bet he does. In they go onto the Leshrac. Leshrac being chased away. Sayu on the run. Needs to juke nicely, but unfortunately RTW will walk straight into him. Meanwhile, Abaddon, he's being put to sleep. LTW without a team now needs to get himself out, but actually HellRaisers are holding back or going for anything more as Bao gets finished off by Misha and Ergon all by himself. Seemed to be chasing for a +1 there when in actuality his team were just not with him. So a little bit messy there from both teams, I would say. And a buyback from the Leshrac as well, also committed by HellRaisers. Not too sure about that one. Team Spirit lose 2, HellRaisers lose 2, but because of that buyback, it kind of makes things quite even in terms of gold. 4-2-2 on one and 4-5-4 on the other. Very even.
Double damage.
But yeah, the ages that surely ran out and everything, it didn't do that much in the game, but at least not like immediate. But it gave them time to farm up the items because HellRaisers didn't want to fight them. So suddenly this Sven has a full AC, Huska has a halberd as well as a Reaver. So they got items now that even though the Dire hit that timing, it's kind of still. They need a little bit more damage now. what's going to happen
Certainly
here?
do, but Sven, they're jumping on him right now, but there's also TP supports coming in. The TA is finding herself in a horrible position as they turn this one around and going for the +1. Maposhka's going to be the next one on the Merce, and they're going to be able to bring him down. Maposhka as well, following Elmo to the grave. What a turnaround from Team Spirit there. Did they see that one coming? I'm sure they wouldn't have gone for a gank under the vision of the outpost, but they were ready. They were really ready.
They were just kind of baiting this. He's so tanky now with all the, again, all these auras.
And there comes that 4-5, forcing Team Spirit back. HellRaisers with the sniper still alive makes it incredibly difficult to push for this high ground. They buy back on the Ogre even as well, and with TA back in 10 seconds, I'm not too sure if they'll be able to take this. Done up onto the high ground, but LTW, he wants it, but he might be forcing it too hard. The BKB comes out, and that will get them that high ground tower. Meanwhile, Baden, they're going to get at least the borrowed timeout onto him. We'll throw out a couple of heals with the Mistcoil, just to get a little bit of value out of it. Team Spirit, they now look directly over towards the Shrine. HellRaisers getting choked out of this one a little bit here. Sniper, I thought he was good at high ground defenses.
Yeah, you kind of are. You're still a little bit of a tickle monster right now. You don't deal enough damage to actually force them back. Because they do have all this armor, all these auras and heals from Chen that, you know, it's not enough to have an MKB. You need another item on top of it.
HellRaisers,
look at this.
They're going for Roshan.
Pretty cool.
It goes
but there's
down
a mango
so
tree
quickly,
again.
but Emergent jumping into the pit, just throwing down the freezing field, using the vision of the mango tree. Meanwhile, Elmo popping that BKB, able to survive the initial engagement here. Although I say that, he's also taking a ton of damage from the Huskar. Meanwhile, Sayu on the front lines, he's going to get taken down. It's a dieback from him, 70 seconds on the sidelines, and now it's going to be Team Spirit who are into the Roshan's pit. They're going to be able to take him down. I say that, in comes Bao Bao Bao. He's trying to make something happen here, but I'm not too sure what, as he's going to die along with him. Roshan and Bao 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 taken down in unison as the Aegis is now picked up from LTW. Feeling like there's not much left in the tank for HellRaisers now, as once again Team Spirit coming for that middle lane, coming for that high ground. Or do they want
This
the
mango
racks?
tree is so fucking broken, actually. Like, both of these games are so decided by this little item, the tier 1, giving so much vision. Like there's no way like they're gonna do this move without vision. So that would have as a really good move by Dire. Probably very game winning too, but it's just.
How is Mango Tree balanced? Is the question. Well, a feeble defense summoned from the side of HellRaiser, maybe a BKB charge forced out of the TA as well, but she's not using it, and she might well die for this. Do they have anything? Anything? Alright, blink away from the TA. Just about living from this one. Just about. Very literally. About 100 HP. Team Spirit just regrouping, looking now for the top lane, it looks like. Get themselves a shrine, get the last of the buildings. HellRaisers, they really need to find a game-changing fight, and they need it now.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking very grim now. That was like kind of the Hail Mary play to go for the snipe on Roshan, but
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
yeah, they kind of just got denied. And now, again, what's stopping them from just going like top and just taking another side of racks here? Seems very difficult. You're kind of just low on damage.
Dire's top
TA also just, her timing is just like she's tough to kill with. She's so poor.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
Yeah, very poor hero. Meanwhile, Team Spirit, the gathering, the forces marching down the middle lane. Not interested in the tier 2 at top. They want the big stuff. Sniper doing his best. BKB actually popped as Emergent comes around the side. That was actually really close to being amazing here as a stun comes out, but only landing onto the Huskar. Meanwhile, a stun return onto the Sentinel. Elmo trying to get some damage off on the sidelines here, but struggling. ILTW getting low, but he's got the Aegis. He doesn't really care that much. They will just reset, wait for the healing of the Huskar to kick in, wait for a couple of missed calls onto the Sven perhaps, and then just go straight back in for the barracks. And there's the God Strength. Gumping straight forward onto the Sniper. Sniper's going to be the target. Can he get away? The Stampede's being used. Nyx will survive. The damage coming back onto ILTW, but he's taken absolutely nothing. Sentinel just burnt away on the sidelines by Immersion in Ergon. And I look forward towards Sayu as well. Maposhka, he's not going to get away from this one. And neither is Sayu. And now they look towards Elmo, but the GG's already been called. HellRaisers, they are going to drop this game and draw it to a 2-2 draw. making it all come down to one final game between these two teams. It's going to be Team Spirit versus HellRaisers for one final game.